friends. Happy Friday. Happy Air Fryer Friday. Welcome to my kitchen here at Askew Acres. Diana here with the Pampered Chef. I am going to be using the roast setting on our air fryer today, and I'm just prepping some veggies to go in. Gonna make kind of a like a pasta primavera. It's a pasta dish. Everything's better with pasta, right? But we're gonna be heavy on the veggies. So I have a couple of Roma tomatoes, you can see. I'm just using the chef's knife to get these Romas cut up. Now you can absolutely do this on a sheet pan in your oven, but why heat up the whole house? If you have an air fryer, use it. So I'm cutting these up, not super thin. These are pretty good sized tomatoes. I'm gonna do a red pepper. Get that juicy part out. And a zucchini. And I have a little surprise for y'all. I'm sure if you watched my video the other night in the Meal Prep 101 group, you already saw this, but you're gonna see it in action today. So I'm just gonna move the veggies into a bowl. I have our little small glass mixing bowl here. Y'all know that comes in a set of 3. This is the small. Those same people that make our wonderful batter bowls in 1 quart, 2 quart sizes also make our mixing bowls. So they're oven safe, dishwasher safe, freezer safe. All these in here. And now, really quick, I'll show y'all how I cut up a red pepper. Cut the top off. And use that top too. You can just push that out. I've already washed it. Push the middle out. And you can use this part. Just make sure you get clean down in the nicks, down in those crannies, because that's where dirt likes to hide. And then just cut each little quadrant, and you're going to kind of follow the seam down. Can you see what I'm doing here? Try to do it this way. So I'm cutting around the seeds. Leaving the seeds intact. So all that goes in your trash bowl. And now, also in strips. I kind of leave these kind of big because one boy does not like peppers. One boy, red peppers, does not like tomatoes. Lynn and I love them both, so leave them big so they can push them out what they don't want. Okay, once you get all of it in the bowl, I'm gonna give it a drizzle. Now, the brand new oil and vinegar dispenser, check it out. Squeeze and it pulls up in the side. You can measure it there. We just want to drizzle. And this is the basil infused. I thought that would be yummy on the veggies. Let me get my pasta in the water back here. Salt the water. It's just coming to a boil. Doing good this Friday. As you can see, I'm only using 6 ounces of pasta, so I'm going to have way more veggies than pasta. That's okay. I don't know if y'all noticed that fancy pan behind me. We're using Dalton's fancy pan to char the corn. Yep. Also, I'm going to throw some corn on it. So I'm getting that hot. And now I'm distributing the oil through the veggies. You see that? Hit that with some salt and pepper. I'm gonna scoot y'all over a little bit so you can see the air fryer, because that's where we're gonna be. Where the magic is gonna happen. So these veggies are only gonna need, now if you roast them in the oven, I'd say 18 to 20 minutes, probably. But in the air fryer, also on the roast setting, I'm only gonna do them about probably 12 minutes. We'll do it. And you want them in a single layer, you know, don't pile them up. You can put them pretty close together. You just don't want them piled up. I love the roasted vegetables. I guess our favorite is the roasted carrots. They're so sweet when you roast them. Even tomatoes and peppers. Get a couple more right there. Pull that other tray out. So one in the bottom. I'll line the tomatoes up. All in a little roll, like little soldiers. So I'm going to cook that pasta. I'm going to char the corn. We'll take that off the cob. Our fancy kernel cutter. And then maybe 2 ounces of cream cheese. I'll reserve just a little bit of the pasta water, maybe a 1/4 cup, to add back into the pasta after we put the cream cheese in and melt it down. Almost. I might have to put just a couple, well, no, this is gonna fit. This is gonna work. It's gonna work. Okay, in we go. Now see, you don't have to see it going, but I'm choosing the roast setting. It's automatically sets it for 375, and I'm just gonna bump this up to 12 minutes and let it go. I want to show y'all this because I was so impressed. I'll turn y'all back this way a little bit, down to the fancy pan, which is not Pampered Chef, guys. I forget what it's called, but it's fancy. Fancy cast iron skillet. Check this out. 4 ears of corn, not one moth, worm, nothing like that in my corn. Is that amazing? That's amazing to me. I don't think I've ever shucked 4 ears of corn and had not one worm in it. Awesome, huh? Okay, this is probably, oh yeah, we got some steam happening over here. So I'm just gonna give it a drizzle. You can cook super hot on the cast iron, but I have it just below my medium setting. I'm gonna drizzle some oil down in there and let that get hot. It's gonna get hot quick because the pan's already hot. And now for the corn. We're just going to char each side. Talk about sweet. Oh my word, this is so sweet once you char it. Hardest time keeping up on my things. That's okay, I'm not gonna fuss when they wash the dishes. I'm just gonna go all the way around. So that we have the right doneness. Cutter. doing here. Charring it up. Getting it a little toasty. You can go as dark as you want. You just want it to go all the way around. Stir the pasta. Getting a little darker. So by the time the veggies are roasted, everything else should be ready to mix up. That's the plan. We start with what's going to take the longest first. Go ahead and cut up these scallions because I'll need these. You know, to replant these, a friend of mine told me years ago, and I'll never forget it, Carla, if you watch this, you can plant these. Or just stick them in some water, really. But I plant them, stick them in the dirt. Always have onions. Got these green onions. These up. Corn to turn, I smell it. And that takes a little bit longer, about 11 minutes. I always let the air fryer do my timing. Just kind of switch those around. You'll see it. So we're getting a good start on the roasting process. Automatically continues. Here we go. Give our corn another toss, and I'm just going to turn the fire off under this pan because it's going to continue to be hot all the way around. And then I'm just going to set the lid on top. And it'll finish off the corn. Too hot. That's a pretty cool little handle back here. Move it out of the way. Finish up. And grab my square pan, which is down here. See inside of my bowl. This is where we'll mix it up. I think this is going to be good enough. Okay. And this is that square skillet griddle. I use it for a griddle as well, but I use this quite a bit. Also comes with a steamer basket and a lid. Of course, lifetime guaranteed. Just heat it up. Grab the garlic. All the smells are starting to happen now. It's smelling pretty good in here. A couple of cloves. Not the bulb, remember, just the cloves. Well, you know, if you like garlic that well, use the whole thing. Fat ones. Garlic peeler. Magically removes. Now with our garlic press, you don't have to take the peeling off, but I just like to zip right through it. It just makes it so much easier. Get the garlic papers off. That reminds me of. Okay, all that done. Now another drizzle, I'm just going to use plain olive oil for this. Start with my garlic, those aromatics in, smelling so yummy. Just have 2 minutes left on my air fryer over there, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off my pasta. Garlic smushed out. Just going to let that go for a couple of minutes. And now let me drain off my pasta. Like I say, I'm going to reserve just a little bit of the water. We want our pasta to be clean. Garlic. Good. Put in the onions. Now it's smelling like something's happening up in here. Now for our corn. Make myself a spot here. Grabbing my medium bowl to do the corn into. I have to hold this with my tongs because it is hot. You can see that? Just scrape it on down. I can just hold it like this. this way, and then I'll flip it and do it the other way. The corn was in my produce basket this week. Let's see if that's still hot to touch. Thought she was with you.
She was for a while. I was in the shop. She ain't going to the shop.
Poodle is MIA again. It happens. So the closer or the more you push down, I don't know if you noticed that, the more whole kernels you get. Or if you just skip across the top, then more like cream style corn, but you just get a juicier cut. Oh, this is hot. Other end. It's amazing how much corn comes out of just four. These are big full ears. Yep, still hot. My calloused hands don't register immediately that it's hot. And I am just rushing. I'm going to turn this off because our garlic is going to start burning back there. I don't want that to happen. I'm gonna wait and do the other one and fold it in later, but I wanted y'all to see how I pulled it all together. Let it cool down a little bit. Do not burn your fingers. Okay. On top of the garlic and onions goes the corn. Okay, I'll get the rest of that off. Maybe a little more than two, probably closer to 4 ounces of cream cheese, but I'm gonna go ahead and use it all because that's what I have left in here. So not quite half of a 8-ounce block goes in. And corn silks everywhere. We'll be able to floss our teeth while we eat supper. And then I'm just going to dump the pasta on top, and that'll help soften up that cream cheese. And now for the veggies. Let's see how they look. Nice roasted tomatoes, zucchini, red pepper, just a simple salt and pepper, seasoned with SMP. So I have that drizzle of basil infused olive oil went on top. And there you have it. I'm just going to fold all this together. I'll finish doing the rest of that corn and fold it in as well. And as usual, once I get it done, I'll snap a picture and share it with y'all as well as the recipe. I want you guys to have a wonderful day. If you're in Buna, drop by the baseball park. It's the Redbud Cook-Off. It's this weekend. I get to judge ribs. Pretty excited about that. So y'all have a wonderful evening and great weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye bye now.